Welcome back to the Col Crawford portion of tonight's Coach's Corner East. I am your host, Mike Sparks. Glad to have you aboard. We are at the Galleon Pizza Hut, as we are each and every Wednesday night for the Coach's Corner East program. And our show is brought to you in part by the Burkhart family at the Burkhart Farm Center, your Case IH dealer straight west of Galleon on the Manette New Winchester Road. Mike Kleinite at Ag Credit Residential Lending, Bucyrus, Mount Gilead, and Marion. Sweet Baby Ray Jones, Davy's little brother, at Ohio Door and Sash at 120 South Street in Galleon. And it's my pleasure to welcome to the microphone State, appearing 7th in the state, coach from the cross-country team at Col Crawford. It's Jordan Studer. And Coach Studer, welcome back. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having us.
Isn't it odd? When we had you on the first time, it's boiling hot outside, everybody's got shorts, it's nice and bright, and here we are on November 10th, it's dark, it's cold, but wow, what an accomplishment. And you know, I was going to tell you and your girls that during high school careers, regardless of the sport, very few ever get to experience going to state in any sport. And here, in your second year, you've done it twice, and a lot of these girls have done it multiple times. Talk about, as a coach, as a young coach with hardly any experience, to get to experience that.
I am just so proud of these girls. They put in the hard work. We can lay out what we want them to do, but unless they pick it up and run with it, then we won't have a successful team.
When we talked back in August, or I don't remember if it was late July or if it was early August, and you said, this girls team, yeah, the boys have some people that can play, but this girls team's special. You knew it back then. As the season progressed, was it really becoming reality for you?
Oh, absolutely. I could see their talents, and the way that they work hard is what's important. They didn't walk into the season expecting to just show back up to where they were last year. I told them every day, hey, we got to work for it. And the season flew by. For them, it might have felt longer, especially on the hard workout days, but it flew by, and their hard work paid off.
Yeah. Did you ever see any kind of doubt during the year? Because it's kind of a long year. You get in all kinds of different weather where it's really hot and dragging early to where there was frost on the grass down at Obet's last week and really cold. Did you ever see kind of like, oh man, we're just kind of going through the dog days here, I'm getting tired? Or did they never show that to you?
No, they didn't show it. No. And I definitely, we have injuries here and there and we push through, but ultimately all these girls fight for one another, and when one of them is down, they all step up to fill that spot.
So last year you were 9th in the state, right, in Division
Yes.
3. This year you bested it and got 7th in the state at the Division 3 state tournament. Temps were in the 30s down there, really, really cold. And when I was reading the article, the girls may have been a little nervous, a little wound tight. And freshman Gabby Roston, these are your quotes. I was really nervous yesterday and today. We were really nervous in the hotel room, but trying to have fun. We got here today and Maria Smith was puking everywhere. So she was nervous. I'm just reading what was in the paper. It's just great to be a freshman and be able to run at state. Plus with my sister Izzy and my best friends, it's nice, but I'm sad it's over. But talk about the nerves and what you saw in them, and how did you kind of calm the waves, so to speak, and settle down and say, yeah, it's just a race. Yeah, it's state, but it's just a race.
Yeah, it's funny. I mean, we spend every day with them, many hours a day since summer, and so we know them all. Pat and I know them very well, and they know each other very well, so we know what helps them and what doesn't. We know who's going to throw up and be nervous, and who's just going to keep their cool and be nervous on the inside. But they're all nervous, for sure, especially at state. It's a big honor, but it's, the spotlight's on them, so to speak, from the area, and so that's an exciting thing. But, we encourage them and tell them that this is just another race. And the night before I had notes where I just said, okay, you're feeling nervous right now, and just reinforced everything that they know. And our goal is to always just reinforce with positivity and remind them that they can do it, and they've done it before, and they're going to do it again.
I've always said about student athletes that, and anything, even if you're not a student and you're an athlete, if you're not nervous, you don't, you're not ready. You don't care, right?
Yeah.
And I believe that to be very, very true. So you did finish 7th, 248 points. One better than the Golden Bears out of the Wayne County Athletic League. Waynedale with 249. You just beat them with a talented group of underclassmen leading the way. Talk about your freshman Gabby Roston paced the Eagles, finishing 45th at 19:50.04. Cece Chase, a sophomore, 69th at .14.1, who's battled hip and back injuries most of the year. Another freshman, Olivia Hardy, 87th, 20.31.1. Sophomore, Izzy Roston, 90th, 20.34.1. And Maria Smith, 153rd, 22.14.3. Also participating but not scoring, junior Olivia Chase was 178th at 23.37, and the lone senior Sheba Sulser, 181, 24.07.09, back-to-back state appearances. And you talked about her being the lone senior and the importance and the value that you put in her, and your comment was Sheba has been a ray of sunshine. She energized the girls in everything they do and just cares for them really well. Talk about how much she's meant to you in the program, but how difficult it is to see her end a career.
Yeah, it's always hard to lose seniors, and Sheba specifically, as I said, just fits in really well and just is the mom to all of them. And she, as much as she doesn't want to admit it, she has a lot of my positive energy that she so does not enjoy some days when it's hard and she wants to not be positive. She gives everyone else the positivity that maybe in her mind she doesn't want to have for herself.
Yeah.
But she's been amazing, and it's definitely going to be a hard loss to have her go on. I've told her we're going to keep her and just hold her back so we can keep her because she's smaller, so we said we could pass her on for another year.
I'm sure she doesn't want to go back to the classroom and do that stuff over again. And the last I checked, you can't be just an athlete in high school. So
Darn.
Good luck with that. Well, we're going to take a break here before we talk to the young ladies around the table. I want to remind everybody you're tuned in to Coach's Corner East on the home of Iconic Rock, Q92.7. WQEL in Bucyrus, Ohio. Our show is brought to you in part by Lee Plymouth and Brad Seibert at the Plymouth Insurance Group, Galleon in Bucyrus, North Central State College, Mansfield, and the Crawford Success Center, North Walnut Street, across from the courthouse in Bucyrus. Phil and Sue Schreck at Phil's Deli, just east of Pizza Hut, at the bridge in Galleon. And as we mentioned, aforementioned senior Sheba Sulser is up first, and it's great to have you back here. And congratulations on not only an outstanding year, but an outstanding career. And even though you may not have placed where you wanted to, it still had to be a great experience with all these young girls going down there one more time. Talk about that.
Yeah, it definitely was. It's crazy. I didn't even realize that it was over and that it was done. It was definitely the whole week. It was about taking it in and realizing, like, this is it. This is my last meet, my last time with these girls. And it was really, like Jordan mentioned to me in the week, it was really bittersweet. Like, I was so happy to be there and happy we made it to state, but it's also, like, taking in, this is the last time I'm towing up to the line and the last time I'm leading the prayer and stuff for the girls. And yeah, I have track and I'll see these girls in school and stuff, but it's just not the same. Like, cross country is its own sport and its own family, and it's really been a great season and a great career, and I wouldn't trade cross country for the world.
When you finally crossed that finish line for the final time, what was the raw emotion that you were experiencing?
It was mostly just like disbelief, like, wow. It didn't really hit me for a while, but it's just like, okay, just another race. Happy it's over, but...
As sad as you may have been that your career was over, when you heard that you had bested Waynedale, you finished 7th, better than last year, what was that emotion like?
It's definitely crazy. Like, the things that these girls are going to do and the rest of their high school careers is going to be amazing. Like, I know they have such a great future ahead of them that they'll probably, some of them will end up 4P state champions, crossing my fingers, but like that'll be crazy for them, and I'm so happy for them and happy I was able to be a part of it at least for 2 years.
Yeah, well, great experience for you. Congratulations on not only a great year, but a great career and the efforts and the remembrances that you put forth in this program. Good job for you.
Thank you.
Next up, we have junior Maria Smith, and I hope you're feeling better now.
Yeah.
The nerves are better. And I hope I didn't embarrass you, but I think it's actually really cool. I mean, not the actual process of it, but to be that engaged and to be that upset about it, again, I think shows that you're really engaged and really amped up for it. When did those butterflies or giant condors leave and you felt pretty good about yourself?
Well, all my nerves always go away whenever we get up to the start line and I see the official like wave his flag up, and when he shoots the gun off, I just kind of let it go and try to go out there and run my best race.
It was cold. Do you not like that cold weather so much, or do you prefer a little warmer, or was that okay with you?
I'm not really a fan of the 30s, but I like cooler weather, definitely a lot more than hot weather.
What about the track down there? Was it difficult compared to what you're used to around this area? Was it a lot of challenges for you?
It's mostly a flat course, but there's this one huge hill in it, and that was really a struggle, and it's right at the end, so you just have to keep pushing to get to the finish line.
Yeah, as your gas tank is approaching E, right?
Yeah.
And you've got to really drive through. Well, you have another year, another opportunity to make great memories with a lot of young girls. Now you become the leader. You're the senior that becomes the leader. Are you ready, prepared for that, thinking about that?
Yeah, I'm super excited. I love this team, and we're all really close, and I just can't wait for next year, and we're really going to miss Sheba this year.
I bet you will. Well, congratulations again, and thanks for coming out tonight. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Next up, sophomore Izzy Roston is here, and wow, pretty neat to go and be two-time state champs, right? Or part of the state experience. Finished 90th at 20:34. Where was that compared to kind of what you were used to doing as far as time?
It was a really good time for me, and I thank Liv for that because she pushes me during the races and stuff and doesn't let me slow down, so.
So that being said, do you kind of stay in a pack, or do you stay with people that you know, or do you just, depends on the person, and you just say, get away from me, I'm going to do my own thing?
Liv and I run together almost every single race until one of us, either has like a burst of energy and can go faster, or we just die. And that helps me and her a lot, I'd say, because it motivates us more. Like if someone that we need to pass is in front of us, I'll be like, Liv, we have to go get them. She'll say, Izzy, we have to go up in there and get them. So.
Is there a lot of talking, or do you kind of just worry about keeping your breath rather than doing a lot of talking?
Liv likes to communicate a lot when we run and say motivational things most of the time. So.
Well, that's fantastic. And, in just 2 years, what has it meant for you to be on this program and be with these girls?
The experience has been amazing, and Sheba is a big part of it. Sheba being like the mom of all of us has really helped, and I'm going to miss her a lot.
Yeah, I imagine you will. Well, good luck in your off season, and thanks for coming out. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Next up, it is Cece Chase, and it's great to have you aboard, and you're another sophomore. A couple more years to go. And you've had 2 years of doing this. Did it get easier the second time around compared to last year?
Definitely not.
Why didn't it get easier?
Where do I start? And I thought it was gonna be like a good season for me. Like during summer, I was like, this is a breeze. Like I was having a good time. And then like right before the first meet is when my hips started hurting, which I already dealt with during track. So then it was like, okay. First 2 meets, and then it just kept getting worse. Had to sit out meet. Yeah, it wasn't a very good season for me because of my injury.
Right.
So, which made it a lot harder than last year because last year I was a freshman, didn't really know what to expect. I kind of just went out there and ran. I didn't really know what was happening half the time. But this year was, I feel like, more pressure. One, because we made it to state last year. We want to make it again, obviously. 2, I was injured, so I was the #1 runner last year, which meant it was probably going to be harder to make it this year, but then everyone else just kind of took that into consideration and ran faster. I mean, it was a good season.
Yeah, well,
it was a good season.
yeah, I would think so. Maybe not for you personally because of the injuries, but I can relate. I have actually 2 artificial hips, so I understand the pain in your hips and how it hurts.
You get it.
Well, and I don't even run, so
Exactly.
as you can see, I don't run at all. Running is not one of my favorite things to do. So, but I do get it. So, do you feel pretty good now? Do you run track as well?
Yes.
Do you think you'll be healthy for that? And
I mean, yeah, it's getting a lot better. I've been going to this guy. It's helped me a lot. And
I hope it's a medical professional, not just some guy off the street that's helping your hip.
yes.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify
He
that.
has a medical license.
Yeah, I just saw this guy and he helped my hip out.
And yeah, I'm feeling a lot better.
So
I'm not too loud.
no, but I have to ask you a question. Have you ever considered stand-up comedy? Because you have potential.
No, I'm kind of shy.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that would be not the word that I would describe. Well, Cece, thanks so much for coming out tonight.
Yep.
If you want a gig after, we'll talk after the show, okay?
Thank you.
All right, thanks for coming. I'm not sure how Gabby's going to top that, but we're going to give it a shot here. How did you become the spokesperson for the newspaper that all the quotes were around you? Was it because you finished the highest?
I don't really know. I don't know why they picked me because, like, I talk the least, I feel like, out of all of us.
Yeah. Well, but you were very transparent in what you said, especially about your friend Maria here, and that's okay. But wow, 45th in the state, that's pretty neat. 19 minutes, 50 seconds, .04. Was that your best time of the year?
I ran a second faster at N10, but it's pretty close. So.
Yeah, okay. What was it? Was it just the scenario, the surroundings, the fact that you're at state, that you thought, wow, I really got it today? When did you know I can do this today?
Like, we got the starting line, and you can just, like, feel all the energy when you're, like, about to start. And, like, when you're running up the hill, you can, like, I knew I had a lot left, so I just went.
Yeah, okay. And as you're passing girls and you're getting closer to the front, what's that feeling like, especially as a young person in your first year at the state meet?
Well, like, it's, like, nice because, like, when you're passing people, you're like, oh, I'm, like, not slowing down. And then you're getting past, you're like, oh, my gosh, I want this to be over.
Yep.
They're like, when you're running past people, you're like, oh, my gosh, I can do this. And then you just finish.
See, I think, like, Cece would be that girl that would be, as she passes somebody, see ya, you know, just kind of, adios, you know, some sort of kind of, that's what I'm, are you like that? You just focused and locked in?
Yeah, I'm just, like, focused.
All right. Well, you got 3 more years of this, and hopefully you can repeat. What a great experience for you, and congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Finally, we have freshman Olivia Hardy, who is just dying to talk. I can sense that, and Cece's over here giving her tips and everything. Great job. Congratulations. 87th, 2031.1. Where was that as far as what times you were seeing during the year?
Good.
Good. Okay. Well, a young lady. A few words. You were talking to your friend here, and she talked about talking during the race and inspiring one another here. Do you enjoy that? Is that something that really you have fun with, or it's just kind of expected that that's what you're going to do?
Yeah, Izzy's a great person to run with, and I like to joke around with her a lot.
Yeah.
Communicate during races. I do that a lot.
Well, that's good. Competition at state level, it's the premier people. They're there for a reason, and you were part of that. You probably saw a lot of young ladies who are going to be back that you may see in the future. Pretty stiff competition, but you were prepared for it. Did you get nervous during it and say, I don't belong here? Did you ever think that? Or
I mean, in the beginning I was a little nervous, but then I was okay.
Yeah, so you got through it. So now, what, track season in the spring, but are you still going to do some road work to kind of prepare for next year too?
Yeah.
Most definitely. You said the right thing. Well, thanks for coming out. I appreciate it tonight, and congratulations on your appearance down there.
Thank you.
You bet. Take a break before we talk to Coach Logsdan here in just a moment. Show's brought to you by Steve Kurtzman and Associates at Innovative Recycling, 352 South Street in Gallion. Candy Bolin at Bolin Realty, 2 blocks west of the Uptown Gallion Square. John Cross at Cross Carpet, and Custom Floors, 302 North Seltzer Street, downtown Crestline. Coach Logsdan, wow. This is an interesting group, and practices and races must be pretty fun with this group.
It is, yes it is. You know, I always bring them cookies and stuff like that, so they're always coming, hey, what do you got today, you know, and stuff. And it keeps them thin, because it's diet stuff.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Well, they're burning it off, too. Their ovens are a lot hotter than a lot of people's. They're burning those calories, for sure.
But they're a great group, you know, and everybody's so locked in and friendly, and like she said, family and stuff. It's cool.
You've been through this so many times in your years of coaching at Col Crawford. You've had teams go down to state, but every team's unique. What is unique about this group that you saw this
Just
year?
the closeness, and everybody, there's no rivalry. Everybody's cheering for everybody else. You know, it's just like, and in the locker room, you know, I'm a little bit older than most of them. Matter of fact, Jordan, I helped coach Jordan when she was in school, and everybody here could be my granddaughter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like, whoa, bunch of good kids.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And you have to be hopefully looking forward. Do you want to continue to coach? How much do you got in the tank for you?
Yeah, you know, I don't want to leave these guys.
Yeah.
They're a lot of fun.
Well,
A lot of fun.
it sounds as if there's a lot of potential to repeat that in the years to come. So congratulations on a great year.
Thank you.
And thanks for coming out. We're going to give the microphone right back to Jordan here to finish up on this evening. And one of the comments that you had made in the paper after the state meet is, we're already hungry for more. They have more goals. They're young and catching on to things. And, you know, it's one thing as a coach, I think, to kind of catch your breath and say, okay, that's been a long year. I want a little downtime. But in most coaches, they're inherently hungry and they want to start. They're ready to go right now. As you've processed this since last weekend, and you look at all of this talent that's sitting at this table that has many more years to come, you got to be hungry. You got to be ready to let's get around the summer again, right?
Yeah, for sure. I get tired for, you know, a day, and then I'm like, all right, here we go, back at it. And my wheels are turning on the way back from state. So already I definitely have ideas, and I talk all the time about it to my family, so they get all my ideas. But yeah, we're definitely hungry for more. And I know these girls have big goals, and I'm always working, Pat and I are always working to push them to that, no matter what it takes, and help them just stay engaged and focused and just have fun, because running can stink sometimes, but it's about just learning how it can teach you life lessons, and getting to be in this family is such an amazing thing.
Yeah, very good. I lost my microphone again a little bit. Well, again, congratulations on a great showing down at state. More to come. I'm sure we're going to be doing this again. I hope so, Cece, because you all are a great group of young
She
ladies.
was voted the funniest on the team.
I believe that. But congratulations on your success. Work hard in the off season, and we'll look forward to talking to you next year.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a
for
lot.
coming out.
Thank you.
Take a break here. It's the Crestline portion. We're going to be going down the lanes talking bowling right after this time out.